L'innovation, la clé du futur de l'île Maurice. Bienvenue dans cette édition du National Innovation Challenge, une initiative du Mauritius Research Council sous l'égide du ministère des Technologies, de la Communication et de l'Innovation. Une cinquantaine de candidats, individuels ou en équipe, vont s'affronter pour faire valoir une idée, un projet, une innovation qui propulsera Maurice vers son avenir en apportant une solution innovante à un problème d'envergure nationale. 5 catégories ciblées par le Mauritius Research Council constituent le cadre thématique de cette course vers la réussite. L'enjeu du National Innovation Challenge, un financement à hauteur de 500 000 roupies vers la réalisation du projet pour le grand gagnant. Avant cela, les qualifiés des 5 auditions préliminaires s'affrontent pour une place en finale. Place au National Innovation Challenge.
Le PC a vu plusieurs sensors.
Dans notre dernière édition, vous avez assisté à l'affrontement sans relâche de nos challengers de la catégorie Traffic Management and Road Safety.
Computer Vision Analytics Engine. The second part of our app is a visual app. Whatever is happening on the road can be visually presented.
We propose to build a low-cost sensor using a Raspberry Pi.
Did you test that?
Un à un, ils ont fait face à un jury fait de professionnels qui ne leur ont fait aucun cadeau.
C'est un petit appareil qui s'appelle drone.
Comment il peut add value à ce projet?
Un trafic qui peut get sa images de l'ensemble là, holistic view. Ok, ce cas prend pas de bonnes décisions.
Alors, on a une technologie qui peut combiner la méditation plus le neurobiofeedback. C'est un appareil de pointe qui mesure l'état d'esprit.
Et quand nous connectons une personne avec l'appareil neurobiofeedback, nous sommes capables de monitorer sur l'état d'esprit.
Bon, dis-nous comment vous identifiez ça software à risque et comment vous convaincre eux de faire sa formation, sa cours, là, faire ça qui vous proposer là.
À travers l'État, si nous sommes capables de gagner le support de l'État.
Mon projet, c'est une solution pour compter le nombre de trafic qui peut passer dans la route. People that will be using the app, it will also collect the information and be able to determine the traffic information through the velocity of the users.
Qu'est-ce qui prouve que ça peut marcher et combien de gens il faudrait équiper quelque part?
You will need at least 10,000 users.
Merci.
Essentiellement, vous posez faire une simulation, simulation conditions de la route, avec tout un facteur qui est possible cause accident de la route. I will construct multiple detailed scenarios about accidents which have actually happened and most likely to happen based on detailed information gathered via questionnaires, interviews, records and reports, etc. from various primary and secondary sources like the police, insurance companies.
You're talking about a simulator?
Simulator, that's right, yeah. Like the flight simulator and the mission simulator, the police simulator.
Est-ce que vous pensez qu'il y a une solution pour road safety, ça qui vous peut proposer là?
Justement, parce qu'il a fait le test pour mission spatiale, pour aviation.
Dans Maurice, tous les jours, presque, nous pouvons trouver une casualty, une victime de la route. Il y a beaucoup de gens qui peuvent mourir, et quand une gens meurt, nous connaissons, nous ne pouvons pas récupérer. Alors, notre projet, c'est un projet innovatif qui, dans les autres pays comme New Zealand, UK, l'Allemagne et l'Australie, ce projet-là est marché.
Nous sommes dans les autres pays, nous venons avec des devices, le speed indicators. C'est ça nos projets.
Ils ont un endroit où il y a une caméra, il y a un black spot, et se fait indiscipliné, il y a envie qu'une capacité qui vitesse ce véhicule capable de rouler. Il y a envie de faire un test, un trial of strength, qui appelle un trial of speed. Est-ce qu'il y a un risque là?
Very less.
Est-ce qu'on sait où il faudrait les mettre et combien il en faudrait?
Parce que sur le plan pilote, on a mis une seule. Et puis dizaines on a dit on va faire dizaines. Ça va dépendre aussi du financement.
Ce soir, un nouveau challenge, une nouvelle sélection. Et un jury investi d'une mission, ne laissez passer que le meilleur. Au terme de cette nouvelle séance, une place en finale, la chance de concourir pour un financement de 500 000 roupies et un financement initial de 75 000 roupies. Place au 3e épisode du National Innovation Challenge, catégorie Food Security, Safety and Wastage.
Dans le monde, nous trouvons qu'il y a beaucoup de gens qui peuvent assez manger, et de l'autre côté, nous trouvons beaucoup de manger qui gaspiller. Il y a beaucoup de compagnies, beaucoup de retailers qui ont envie de partager un surplus, mais il y a un manque de communication avec les recipients, les gens qui peuvent recevoir.
Ou bien, vous êtes capable de servir une personne qui a c'est-à-dire un surplus, qui est capable un business, qui est capable un individuel à la maison même, il y a un surplus qui n'est pas péconné qui peut faire et il trouve manger là toujours bon, capable de servir, il peut uploader sur l'application et ensuite, un band de monde qui trouve qu'ils sont capables de servir ça, vous êtes allé, vous êtes book ça manger là, vous êtes allé, vous êtes allé prendre.
Déjà il y a beaucoup d'entreprises qui ont envie d'aider, mais je ne sais pas comment on peut aider. Mais ça y a une plateforme pour aider.
Food waste is a worldwide concern. According to FAO, 1/3 of the food produced for human consumption is lost or wasted along the food supply chain. And food losses and wastage represent a loss of resources, be it labor, water, or even land. So Mauritius is not spared from this problem. So considering the food wastage along the supply chain and the food hierarchy, food wastage recovery, came along a link to link the production to the consumer. There are many people who are concerned about food wastage, but they do not have a platform to communicate, to contribute to this issue. So we came to invent a food app which will link between the different actors of the supply chain. So how will it proceed? Our app will look like this. So if you are a new user, you will register your username, email, password. Place of residence is important so that you know the proximity to go to the producer or to the retail outlets. And you will have notification like what do you want to be notified to, because not all of us like notifications all the time. You can choose fruits, vegetable, cooked food, and then you agree to a term that you are responsible to any food that you are buying to a reduced price or getting it free. And then the supplier, be it a retailer or a food business or hotels, they will see two types of options. Like they can, as any consumer, see available food, or when they have to post their food, they will see this type of screenshot where there is a category where you will post your food, be it veg, fruits, cooked food, and then you add a photo of that food. Example of a commercial application, where is this guy from Singapore who was a hawker, and when he has seen that his food were going to waste, he collaborated with some mobile app developer, and he has developed an app to reduce food waste.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for your attention.
There was Birgitta, the cyclone, and we have felt as Mauritians un élan de solidarité. If your app was functional at this time, how would it have been working to be a solution for what has happened?
As my friend has said, it has different categories whereby someone can register. Therefore, if we have food that was going not to waste, but food that could have been consumed by people who needed it, they could have uploaded it on the app, and people in the nearby region could have come and collect the food.
There are options that for NGO where they can collect surplus of food from hotels. So this surplus of food, which otherwise would go wasted, is donated free. So in this situation, this can be done like NGO or normal people can go and collect food and give to their shelter. It will be free because there is already an option to be free as well.
If I may add, in Mauritius, many hotels, they are already donating food. Many supermarkets also doing it. But what is happening is that many people don't know about it, and the NGOs who really do the donation, they are not aware who has the food, what type of food that there is. So this app will be the link, the communication, where all the details will be there.
Do you think in the long run you will be sustainable to run the app?
In fact, as we had decided that the supermarkets or retailers or food businesses which are going to promote their food on the platform, they will have to pay a fee, and as and when they will post their food, there will be a fee that they have to pay. It will be not very little, but very little compared to the loss that they would have made if the food would not have been sold. So there will be a fee which have to be paid.
Did you consider, let's say, taking a sample of stakeholders and getting their views on this project?
Recently, the university has organized food waste, food loss reduction and recovery initiative. And in fact, we have lots of people from the NGOs, from the private sector, the hotel sector, we had from the retailers. They were there, and from them that we learned so much is being done. And they are very willing to have such a structure where there is more communication between the donors and the recipients. I can quote one figure, not giving the name of the company, like they do like 4 million per year, per month of expenses that is food that could have been used. In fact, they're being wasted. So for them, it's something very important. So it's both an economic aspect for them, but also like social responsibility towards people who are less privileged.
Well, thank you.
Thank you very much.
C'est une très bonne initiative de la MRC que on dirait l'une d'une toute l'occasion pour venir avec une idée innovative, irrespective de background.
L'île Maurice besoin beaucoup de faire beaucoup de compétitions comme ça pour encourager les de l'avant, présenter l'idée. Et même si c'est pas sélecté, c'est l'intention qu'ils ont présentée qui est importante.
Peu importe qui décision était, c'est juste l'expérience qui comptait.
Au fait de nos jours, nous pouvons constater que beaucoup surtout les planteurs, utilisent pas mal de pesticides. Et ça a un effet néfaste sur la santé des personnes, sur l'environnement et aussi au niveau économique. Donc nous venons avec le concept de Smart Flag. C'est un concept très simple que officier de poster une information très pertinente sur l'utilisation judicieuse des pesticides, sur le biofarming, les bonnes pratiques agricoles, et les planteurs sont capables d'utiliser cette flag-là. So, ladies and gentlemen, members of the jury, good morning. I am Shane Odwa from the University of Mauritius. I am very pleased to present to you my innovation, which is the Smart Flag. In fact, together with my colleague, Ms. Dimita Sitahel, we have worked on this Smart Flag. So what we are proposing is an innovative solution known as the Smart Extension Flag, which addresses the need of the farming community. So in Mauritius, unfortunately, this is the case nowadays, where farmers are using a lot of chemical-based products. Farmers are using a lot of pesticides, overdose of pesticides. Sometimes they use cocktail of pesticides, and there is no concern about safety interval that we call pre-harvest interval. So the aim of my project is to make farmers decrease their dependency on pesticides and also to value the farming community, since we want to, one of the aim of the project is that we want to strengthen the rapport between the extension officers, the researchers, and the farmers. So this is the innovation proposed. It's the Smart Flag. So it's very basic thing. So the flag post has been pre-tested in the region of Pont-Bon-Dieu, in the eastern part of Mauritius, and also in Rodrigues last year. So farmers involved in the demonstration, they found the material very attractive at first glance. Since it is conspicuous, it can be in the jargon of the farmer, in Creole or French. The flag represents an educative tool, since biofarming practices, judicious use of pesticides, and also Mauritian gap standards can be inserted in the flag. These are the stakeholders. Okay. I also plan to collaborate with Small Farmers Welfare Fund, where we can have a Best Planters Excellence Award.
I'll refer to what you did a pre-testing on the eastern side of the island. Can you elaborate on that a bit?
Yes, the pre-testing was carried out last year at Pont-Bon-Dieu.
By whom?
By myself, and we had one planter in the region of Pont-Bon-Dieu. This was in Mauritius.
Yeah.
And in Rodrigues, last year I had a lecture there in Rodrigues. So as part of my extension lecture, I demonstrated this extension flag near the region of Pont-Maturin. And planters there, they found it very interesting. And they could see the beautiful leaflets, the beautiful pictures, and so on.
With the climate change, the heavy rainfall, wind, don't you think the flag will still stand good in the field, or it will?
Yes, that is a very pertinent question, thank you. In fact, the flag itself, the plastic cover, is not biodegradable, okay? It's a special plastic. Okay, the flag, the guava, which is an invasive plant in Mauritius, it's very strong and it resists the vagaries of weather. In fact, according to the Department of Forestry, this is given free of charge to everybody, the guava stick, and it's very strong.
Could you give me more details on the QR? Because I suppose the fundamental of having a flag and a pocket is to put that QR document inside, or else the planter could have kept his documents at home. There must be a reason why you're saying that that flag is going to be on a particular bed instead of him keeping it at home. What is the purpose, and can you give me a little bit more details on the QR? Is it a code of use that he has to abide to, which is going to be, at a glance, you can see it on the QR, like it's like a barcode?
Yes, exactly. In fact, the QR code, the quick response code, is the same thing like a barcode. That is, you will have the name of the farmer, the full name, his personal details, his crops and so on, his acreage and so on. All these data we already have at the Small Farmers Welfare Fund and the FARE. So it's not difficult to start with the QR code. In fact, by using the QR code, by simple scan on the QR code, you get all the instant data. We can also go back to our office, we send it to the server, and then if we can send a beautiful picture of the crop, for example, or the remedial measures that we can take. So together with this QR code, we are going, since, according to Mr. Ramnut, 80% of farmers, interestingly, they have a smartphone. Even the children have a smartphone. So we are trying to have a viable application together, integrated in this QR code.
Who updates the information? Is it the extension officer, or is it the planter that will be trained?
Yes, yes, very interesting question. I think it should be the extension officer, together with a pool of other officers and the senior extension officer. They already have the database. They need to update things, and then they can have all the information on the QR code.
So it's a tool that you're proposing to institutions like FARE and Small Farmers Welfare?
Together in collaboration with the FARE, with the biometry division. And also, from this, there will be a lot of training for the farmers, for the extension officers, and for other stakeholders that can be part of the project.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Pour moi, je ne veux pas gagner trop beaucoup de stress, mais je trouve aussi que les membres du jury étaient très amicaux. Au contraire, je pas de trop beaucoup de stress aussi sur le plateforme. C'est une passe très correcte.
Mon projet est à propos aquaponique et aujourd'hui, qui fait mon pensée juridique à sélecter moi, c'est parce que je viens là avec un concept pour l'île Maurice.
Avis important. Suite à une demande de ce candidat lui-même, nous ne pouvons vous proposer le compte-rendu de la prochaine présentation. Le candidat aura toutefois participé à l'audition devant le même jury dans son intégralité.
Le projet, c'est sur seed bank. C'est-à-dire, on va collecter les seeds, après on va store dans des paper envelopes, jars, and even in fridge.
On va pas dire quelque chose de trop innovatif. Il y en a pas, il y en a à Maurice aussi, mais nous devons plus focus le original seeds, genre nous avons envie de original seeds et non pas hybrid ou ce qui est modifié génétiquement. Nous pensons que peut-être si je t'accepte, c'est une bonne idée parce que ça va garder les graines pour plus tard, faut pas importer lorsqu'on a besoin et aussi après on peut faire genre quelque chose de nouveau, un nouveau secteur qui peut qu'on voit de l'emploi ici avec ça.
Mauritius has an international dependence on imports as we cannot meet the total food requirement of our population. Thus, the seed bank, which is mostly used to store seeds of edible crops, seems to be an ideal project to tackle any probable food shortage or crisis. We already have few seed banks in Mauritius, as shown in the slides. What we are proposing is quite similar, yet different. We are proposing that we self-produce the seeds and store them for a longer period of time. By doing so, it will protect the seeds from natural disasters. We all know that during natural disasters, most crops are destroyed. If we have the seeds, it will be easier to produce the crops. Furthermore, we are witnessing radical climate change. As such, crop extinction is quite inevitable. Through the seed bank, we can make an attempt to store and preserve these seeds. It will also be cheaper to self-produce the seeds rather than importing them. It can even benefit the economy as this might result to an emerging sector. To attain our objectives, we've come up with some procedures. First of all, seeds will be collected, which can be gathered from home or we can even buy them from shops. Then, we will plant all the seeds in a greenhouse, which will be set up with the help of our team. Step 3 is the harvesting process. After that, seeds will be obtained from the produce. This can be achieved through multiple ways. One of these is by drying up the fruits and vegetables like ladyfinger and peppers. Some seeds can even be obtained directly from the product, for instance, avocado. The next step involves storing some seeds and also to reproduce some so as to obtain more seeds when the process restarts. To store the seeds, we will use paper envelopes, jars, and even by manipulating temperature. Seeds stocked in jars can have longer lifespan by putting silica gel packets down in them. Some seeds are better stored at low temperature so that they last longer. As we are operating on a small scale, we will use a fridge and control the temperature. Since we are planting and storing seeds side by side, gradually the number of seeds will increase and the additional food harvested can be used for own and other consumption. Thank you all for your kind attention.
Thank you very much. You showed us a slide showing that seed bank or seed production is done by Barclay. What is the difference between these two?
Actually, when we were doing our research before doing the PowerPoint, we kind of interviewed a person who works there, and he told us that they normally store the seeds for near future production. That is, for example, if a season is coming in October, they'll buy the seed in last year's January, store it to then give them for production when the season is near, and the maximum time they keep the seeds for 3 to 4 years, not more. It's just that they import it, save it for near future consumption. What we want is we self-produce them, and like in Norway they store the seeds for like even a lifetime. Even we can do that.
So do you know the requirements for production of planting materials for export? I mean, I'm speaking about quality, because there are certain norms to be respected.
We know there are rigid and strict laws, but then for the exportation, actually we are thinking it in the very long term when we are completely sure on our storage, preservation, quality, and then it's like very long term when we are confident in our project, then we think that it might be an option.
In terms of demand of seeds, do you feel that there is a problem? That there is not enough supply?
I won't say there's a lot of demand or less supply, but mostly the tendency is with hybrid seeds when it's GMOs, the genetically modified. What we want is kind of, preserve the originality, that even if a fruit is very sour when you plant it, it still has that sour taste instead of being hybrid. So maybe in the future when there will be mostly hybrid seeds, the original, then it might be in demand, because as you all know, as technology increases, some people have the tendency to go back to have the original thing. So if we have store in the future, it might be like antique, vintage, and very much in demand then.
Well, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Les fruits étaient très sympas. Nous give our best dans le temps qu'il y en a. Nous try our best. C'était vraiment une aventure pour nous, vraiment enrichissant et tout. Et on est fiers de nous et on est contente qu'on ait participé aussi.
Une très bonne expérience. Nous travaillons bien dur, nous faisons une recherche et tout. Et nous nous présenter, c'était très bien.
Bon, le projet-là, consiste à définir le problème. C'est quoi? Normalement, quand un consommateur a dans un supermarché, il trouve un produit alimentaire, donc il est difficile pour lui connaître le projet qui est provenance, qui va l'étape qu'il traverse. Donc, ce que je peux proposer, c'est une technologie pour permettre à consommateur de retracer le produit-là depuis sa source, qui va l'étape qu'il passée. Donc maintenant, c'est à lui de faire le choix. Ce n'est pas produit propre à la consommation, c'est notre food security.
Good morning, Mr. Karishan.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, madam.
So you have got 5 minutes to make your presentation.
I'm going to present my project. So the project consists of using the blockchain technology in combination with mobile to track food items from the source to the customer. Why blockchain technology? Because it enables information and trust to be accurate and complete. Why food security? Because one aspect which is very important is sufficient, safe and nutritious food that meets dietary needs. Therefore, for a customer, he needs this assurance that the food he purchases is secure and it is from a reputable source. So what I am proposing is that we use the blockchain technology. I'll give it a description of the project. So I'll take, for example, a whole chicken as an example. The moment this whole chicken comes out of the poultry farm, there is a tag on it. And this tag indicates its location and where it comes from. As the food item goes along the different nodes in the food chain, these information are recorded and are transmitted in the blockchain. Finally, when the buyer has the product in front of him or her, with his mobile application, he just scans, so for example, a barcode, and he has the whole history, where the food comes from, what stages it has gone through, in what cold storage for how long it was there. So the customer has a complete picture to judge whether the food item is safe or is it worth buying it. Future enhancement will be the use of IoT devices, which will transmit data automatically to the blockchain.
I would like to ask you what are the requirements that you need in terms of resources to commercialize this application. Who is going to be responsible for this application?
Who's going to be responsible? I mean, I have the idea that it will be, first of all, a study to see how it works. Then concerning the resources, we will need a high-end PC to host the platforms. And a few, concerning the nodes, we can engage a few other institutions to join this platform. And for the mobile application, once it is developed, users can download it on their mobile and use it.
One thing we speak normally, traceability.
Yeah.
What is the difference between traceability and your proposal?
I mean, using the blockchain, so once the information enters the blockchain, it cannot be deleted. It is by consensus, that is, everybody agrees that this information is correct, and then it is inserted in the blockchain. So once it's inserted, no one can say this information is wrong. So in this way, we can trace, the customer will have confidence that this product was in the cold storage for 6 weeks. It is reliable information. This is how we can trace via the application the different stages that this food item has gone through.
My concern is that I just put your projects in three folds. Okay. It's a beautiful project, number one. Number two, it's how much it's going to cost to unfold it. And the most importantly, you're using the third one, which is technology, which is a technology which is at a very infant stage in the world. You think it's going to be easy to convince your stakeholders to engage on the blockchain?
Yeah, as you rightly said, it is a nascent technology. So the necessary know-how is limited. First of all, this will be the main challenge. Secondly,
excuse me, do you have this know-how?
I have this. I had done simple project, but now if it is okay, we will go formally along a development track to implement.
You have the expertise. Or will you be seeking expertise to develop it?
The main source of expertise nowadays is on the internet by experimenting. I have experimented small-scale project on blockchain, but this one will be a major step. I have in mind what technology to use, what application, mobile, all these are in place, but how to put it.
Will you be the developer of the app yourself, or you will be seeking?
No, I will be the main developer. I have done some small project. I mean, in my mind, I know what to do. But then, if there is some additional technical expertise, of course.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
première fois qu'il me passe d'un environnement comme ça, donc c'était très intéressant. Et ben, le jury dit OK. Et donc, ce qui est important, c'est qu'il m'a réussi deliver. C'est ça qui me tient à vous dire. Et je pense que c'est un projet qui a du potentiel à développer.
Aujourd'hui, nous travaillons la production alimentaire. J'ai proposé un programme. Alors, je suis d'accord pour rentrer. Mais les produits alimentaires vont même nous dépendre beaucoup de l'importation. Pas capable tout le temps assurer une population grandie qui tout le temps, comme dit l'autre pays, engazé. Et le problème que peut gagner de haut, quoi, qu'on m'a dit, qui nous capable de gagner tout avec nous lançons pour le tout. Non. Lançons n'est plus faire trop roi comme longtemps. Donc maintenant qu'on se produit, met tout le travail, des centimètres pouces qui nous capable de faire.
Nous donnons 5 minutes pour faire vos présentations.
Oui, monsieur. C'est très dans l'actualité, à Maurice, nos production alimentaire. Plus de 22% est à importer. Nous avons à nos dispositions terre, nos rivières, qui nous bien capables d'exploiter, à produire diverses variétés de nourriture. Comme exemple, légumes, fruits, miel, viande, froises et poissons crustacés dans des bassins. À l'autorité de mettre ces sites à la disposition aux promoteurs des projets pour l'amener à la réalisation, bonne réalisation. Les innovants parce que les pour une valeur de nos ressources disponibles et durables. De tous ces produits qui pour obtenir des exploitations et la valeur commerciale assurée. Nous besoin de maintenir un bon contrôle de sécurité. C'est l'endroit où peut faire cette exploitation-là. Ça, il y a besoin d'une chose pas responsable de l'autorité aussi. Qui, si ça réalisé, déclare que restricted area. Alors, pour du monde qui ont des business, pas accès à ça. Seulement du monde qui travaille, exploité là. Il y a des revenus substantiels payés à générer par la vente de poissons crustacés, tropical fruit, de toutes sortes et tout enfin d'autres capables à mener.
Merci pour la présentation.
Oui.
Nous pensons que la rivière a quand même une grande contribution qui est capable d'apporter, et même au niveau de l'environnement. Est-ce qu'il y a dans l'environnement où il y a la rivière qui est capable de démarrer?
Alors, de moi, l'enfance, il se passe beaucoup dans la rivière, moi. Beaucoup. Dans beaucoup de bassins, nous connaissons, je parle nager beaucoup là-dedans. Avec l'officier gouvernement, surveiller tout ça, nous capables tracer beaucoup de bassins et l'endroit qu'on est capable à travailler à coopérer. Enfin, ce n'est pas moi personnel, pour là, besoin de mettre le gouvernement avec les ministères, travers tout ça, nous mettons ensemble, nous faisons une expérience de démarrage à travers le ministère.
Dans le passé, où tu es capable de nager dans la rivière, ou pas est-ce qu'il y a une plantation, poissons?
Oui, non, la rivière est bien jolie avant, bien jolie. Quand on dit la rivière misérable. On dit la rivière poisson, dame serrée, belle. La rivière est une beauté. Je pourrais qu'elle démarre, tout couvert tranquillement.
Merci beaucoup. Merci.
OK.
Merci. Oui, merci beaucoup.
Mon challenge, moi bien démanger, moi parler, parce que moi, je ne suis pas capable de jugement. Mais là, moi j'espère qu'il a aussi boosté le projet au niveau, faire ça réaliser.
Empoisonnement alimentaire, c'est une réalité. Nous ne passons pas là. Ce que nous pouvons proposer, c'est une application mobile qui peut aider moi et vous mieux préparer nous manger d'une façon saine pour que nous soyons capables de protéger nous-mêmes et nos enfants.
C'est une application qui est développée que n'importe qui s'en a qui a le laptop, qui a le portable, qui est capable d'ouvrir, c'est une web app. Il est capable d'ouvrir pour les get sur recette, pour les faire sur commission là. À travers cette application, il est capable même gagner la liste, que il est capable plan se manger de la journée. Et s'il manque un ingrédient, il est capable créer une liste, que il est capable de se manger après il acheter.
Access to food that is safe, nutritious and wholesome is everybody's right, but also everyone's responsibility. It is the responsibility of the person to ensure that whatever he's eating is for the benefit of his health, the benefit of the environment around him, and also for the benefit of his own budget. According to the 2015 Non-Communicable Disease Report of Mauritius, 1 in every 5 Mauritians have been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Another equally serious problem is the problem of food wastage. In 2014, in Mauritius, 2.4 million tons of food were produced, out of which 41,000 containers of perfectly good food were wasted. Consumers also exhibit very unsafe food practices in the kitchen. What I will introduce you today is a real solution right at the fingertips of every Mauritian, and this solution, ladies and gentlemen, is called Foodways. And it's a solution that peut aider tout Mauricien mange bien pour vivre bien. And the way we have conceived Foodways is to be a mobile application rather than a simple brochure, for the simple reason that 85% of Mauritians or more are in current possession of a smartphone. So Foodways will be your personalized, our personalized and personal assistant that will enable us to eat smart, in other words, by choosing healthy, nutritive meals over unhealthy ones, by enabling us to shop smart, to choose appropriately things that we need and therefore avoid unnecessary wastage, and live smart, and therefore having a real grip on our calorie intake and on our diet. So for instance, if I look for something very Mauritian, like let's say Pudin Mai, right, and I click on Pudin Mai, I have the option to add it to my meal planner. Let's say I want to add it for my meals for Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday. And I can even further break it down for either breakfast, lunch, or dinner. So if I go back to Pudin Mai, right, Foodways app will also display essential nutritional facts about Pudin Mai, like how many calories are there per servings, and also provide appropriate storage tips so that the person can safely consume the food within the shelf life of the product, thereby minimizing wastage. You have a function called statistics, which will display your weekly or monthly statistics about your day-to-day calorie intake. And in the long term, it will allow you to better manage your weight.
You have said that your application is designed to provide information to alert consumers on potential food hazards. I'm right?
Yes. In the case of Pudin Mai, which we illustrated, there are sort of relatively few hazards. But if we were to take something like an egg cooked sunny side, then we would have information such as beware of potential salmonella and make sure that you cook it to the right temperature. Make sure that you cook it until the egg yolk is no longer runny and it's semi-solid. In addition to microbiological hazards, we will also alert person of, for instance, any lactose intolerance issues, any allergen issues. Maybe if they are making a lentil soup curry, beware of little stones or a little physical hazards. So yeah, that's pretty comprehensive. But in the case of Pudin Mai, it's pretty safe.
We come now to chemical, let's say pesticide, where you have indicated hazard, pesticide hazards. How are you going to issue alerts or to issue alerts to users?
That's a very pertinent question, and my colleagues can also add up if I miss anything. But let's say if you want to make a green salad, a lettuce, we would say something like, make sure that you adequately wash it and soak it well for a good 30 minutes to maybe allow some of the pesticides that have gone systemically to leach out. So give them a few tips on give it a good 30-minute soaking time to get rid of the soil debris anyhow, and also the pesticides.
The conclusion that I drew when I looked at your project profile is that you're developing a web. But I'm glad, because I would feel such a beautiful project would require a mob app development instead of a web. How did you make that change? Because your presentation on the project write-up is web.
Actually, our IT guy is not here with us, but what we told him was we wanted it a mobile app, and then he said you have to develop a web app which is more robust, so that in this case it is displayed only on a smartphone. But the next phase will be for it to be dually displayed on a computer as well as in a smartphone. The reason being that sometimes if I'm in the kitchen, I'm trying to do a recipe, sometimes I have my laptop next to me, and I want it to be able to be mirrored on a laptop. So that's what was the thought of doing a web app. His understanding was that a web app comprises both a display on a laptop as well as a display on a smartphone.
Well, I did notice that you have got 2 mob experts in your team as well.
Yes. 20 minutes d'attente, que je peux essayer seulement vibes, mon collègue, et espérer que tout peut passer bien. Mais le fait qu'ils aient bien rieuse avant qu'ils aient en scène, ça peut inspirer mon confiance que tout passe bien.
Moi, je pense, irrespective of the outcome, de ce qui est passé aujourd'hui, nous avons des reviews bien positives et une bonne délibération qui finalement donne une bonne idée pour nous procéder de l'avant.
Très bonne expérience qui aide nous aussi à nous remettre en question, parce que ce n'est pas que la présentation, mais c'est aussi toute la forme, hein, et ce n'est pas que le contenu, mais c'est aussi la forme.
C'est une bonne expérience que nous avons l'occasion de parcourir quand nous venons ici à la MRC. Nous avons une plateforme pour nous mettre une idée en avant. Et nous aussi faire du monde connaître qui nous pensait, comment nous pouvons aider la population mauricienne pour mieux manger et mieux vivre.
Mon projet, en gros, ça s'appelle Smart Garden, un jardin intelligent. Ça veut dire que nous pouvons faire, c'est que nous pouvons envie de donner la population mauricienne avoir healthy food. C'est un projet innovateur qui nous permet d'améliorer le lifestyle mauricien dans Maurice à un low cost. Okay, I present myself. I'm Yannick Parfait. So I found a project is called Smart Garden. So the word already tells you everything. So it's all about our food. The solution is to create an ecosystem of a small garden at home. Everyone has a garden, right? But we're doing it wrong. So what the solution is to create a small ecosystem, which is just to bring like a greenhouse, also a small potager, un peu comme ça, et on peut monitorer ça avec votre téléphone. So the product is very simple. This is for home, so people like us at home, which can have a small, nice, healthy vegetables. So it comes like a small pot, it can also be like a decoration. Then we talk about large farming, so means like is like in a chain like this. So the plants go in, and it go into an incubation and all that. So it grow until we can be harvesting it. Ce qui la technologie dedans, c'est le plus important, c'est le sol. Le sol qui est le plus important, pas vraiment la plante. C'est le sol qui a tous les minéraux, tout ce que la plante a besoin pour pouvoir grandir. Pas importé de l'Afrique du Sud, comme vous savez, qu'est-ce qui se passe actuellement. Alors, le business model, c'est simple. Ce que moi, je vais faire le pot. Je vais vendre des pots, petits, grands, moyens, grands. Ça va commencer à partir de 5 000 roupies. Et je donne une garantie de 5 ans. Parce que c'est made avec un very healthy plastique. Le sol, que je revends, que tu dois changer tous les mois, que tu mets, et après un mois, tu dois rechanger. Et j'aurai un catalogue de légumes, un joli petit tomate. Et ça, c'est un peu le remarque que je suis actuellement. Là, actuellement, on est côté prototyping. On est en prototyping le pot pour faire ça une intelligente. Et aussi, là, il faudra trouver les distributeurs avec qui on pourra, comme vous, venir chez vous, faire un petit marketing. Je vous dis, hey, j'ai un petit potager que vous pouvez contrôler à distance et ça va être healthy. Tu peux monitorer directement de votre téléphone. Et là, c'est le truc c'est recycler tous les woods qui est autour de nous comme ci. Il faudra recycler tout ce qui est autour de nous. Et là, le plus important, c'est le mobile application. Le mobile application, c'est pour pouvoir monitorer daily. what is going on with your plants, with your health, with your steps, health, fitness, everything. So this is a little bit about the business model, because the first year it will be very expensive for us because we are doing prototyping, so it costs a lot of money. So the second year we are going to be trying to get cash up with the cash flow, and also eventually we are going to make a profit on the third year. So thank you very much.
You've drawn us a business plan.
Yes.
And actually, I don't know what are your offerings. Whether you are marketing the support, the soil, the pot.
I'm giving you a full solution.
Yes,
because
and
I can't give you a pot without the soil, without the plants. So I need to give you a full solution with a catalog.
So
It's a kind of
in
marketing
it,
stuff.
what are the main, say for instance, okay, you've got to monitor the investment.
Yes.
Okay, so what are the main items on it that you will be marketing in your business model? Is it the pot? So you will be having an app as well?
Eventually, yes. This is the second phase. We are going to develop an app for it.
Smart pot, smart soil and plants.
Yes.
It's a heavy investment.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to see whether it generates enough of revenue for the customer or for the home owner.
Because actually nowadays people are spending more than 5,000 rupees a month on vegetables. This one you can even produce this. On the long term, it does not cost you much. So a person who gets let's say, because right now the government say 8,500.
Yeah.
So with 8,500, okay, this one maybe we can do a substitution with the government to help the people get access to food, healthy food. So then they're just gonna spend 120 rupees with a plant, maybe 3 plants, different type. So it'll be a month 500 rupees to feed the whole family.
Have you set this smart garden at your place?
At my place?
Yeah.
Yes, I have one. Actually, I'm testing.
For how long?
For how long? Since October last year.
Okay.
Yeah, because I started in March, so I'm prototyping everything.
Yeah, yeah.
So then in October, then I started to see how it works, but still need to have more funding because there is lab testing, which costs a lot. So this is where the challenge is.
I refer to the budget that you have proposed. It's about 270,000 rupees in your manuscript.
Yeah.
270,000 rupees.
For the prototyping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you give us more detail on that?
Because right now what we are using is wood. We're not using much plastic because plastic is cheaper. It's in China. I need to go to China for that. The first thing we're doing what we have here. So we have wood. So I take a menuisier, je lui donne dimension et je le fais faire. Alors, taking all this time, every time costs some money. Size, depth, circumference. So all of this we need to be calculating. So I have kind of, how much I made? 7 already, and tested all of them to see how it works.
Yep. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Un petit peu stressant quand tu commences en tête, parce que tu n'as 3 joués, tu connais. Après, quand tu arrives à poser des questions, et là, comme si moi, réussi, comme si cause un peu urbaine. Là, mon expectation, c'est que le jury réussit capable de sélectionner moi et moi réussi mettre ça innovative, que technologie là à Maurice et pour essayer d'améliorer nous la vie mauricienne.
Qui a proposé la meilleure idée? Qui a su la défendre et à convaincre le jury? Il faut maintenant choisir. Comme pour nos précédentes éditions, le verdict de cette séance vous sera révélé dans notre 5e épisode. Plus que 2 épisodes avant la grande révélation du National Innovation Challenge. Pour tout de suite, un mot du jury sur l'appréciation générale des projets présentés ce soir.
For the food security, safety and wastage category, we started with 33 projects and today shortlisted to 8 projects. We've had projects from health, safety, nutrition, technology. I think the candidates have shown lots of innovation and many problems that have been put forward with solutions adapted for Mauritius, and there is room for improvement in the future. I think one common link that we have seen on several of the projects is the use of pesticides and linking it to the health of the population. And so I think many projects have geared the concept in this direction. What we have seen is that the problems that were faced and the solutions were very technological based. So that's something that I think was very important for those innovations that have been put forward. Most importantly, I think we have in mind some candidates that we would like to Mauritius Research Council to mentor them and take them to upscale the project so that at the end of the day, one candidate could be selected for the seed.
Ne manquez pas notre 4e épisode. Salut à tous, on se retrouve dans une semaine pour le National Innovation Challenge.
Il y a un modèle qui s'appelle Hub and Spoke. Au final, c'est mettre ban point chaque région.
Ce système-là, ban bista, vous déjà enregistré le système. Quand on dit que voyager bista, ils vont enregistrer ça. Là, tu vas tel bista là.
We will have normally 2 GPS.
The advantage is obviously they can have comfortable travel rides to their place of work.
Est-ce qu'il nous rend accès à le transport plus accessible?
C'est quoi NFC? Ça veut dire normalement sa code là, il faut lier point l'appareil.
There should be national commuter survey analysis, as well as there should be a national call for smart ticketing supplier.